How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we're going to be going back into Walmart, taking a look at another Roku product, another Walmart exclusive product. This, you can only get this at Walmart. So we're going to go in there, take a look at it, grab it, pick it up, bring it home, take a look at what it all does. It's a security system. It has 2 door contacts, a motion sensor, a keypad, and the base station, all for $100. I saw this come into stores probably about 2 to 3 months ago now, and I was like, that might be a pretty good value. Definitely something to make a video on. So here we are. Let's see really how good a value it is for $100. See if it integrates into any other systems. And yeah, give my overall thoughts on it. So let's hop on in there, go into Walmart. One more thing though. If you enjoy me doing videos, drop a subscribe, drop a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithms. It also inspires me to continue doing more videos. Maybe I'll do more than one every 5 months. So yeah, drop that like, drop that subscribe, and let's go check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get this opened up. So slide this off here. We got the Roku branding all on the outside of it here. Open it up and ooh, right there we got the home monitoring hub. Take that out. Right there we got some stickers. 2 stickers protected by Roku home monitoring. Take those out. Got some paperwork, some starter paperwork here. We got just some other nonsensical paperwork. And here we got all of the extras. So we got the keypad, the 2 entry sensors, and the motion sensor. So we'll pull these out. Boom, boom. And if I can get it with one hand. Here we go. The keypad. So I'm gonna get all these opened up individually so I don't have to do it all one-handed. I'll be right back. All right, I got everything unboxed. So let's go through each individual thing. So right here is the keypad, which I'm actually slightly impressed with. It's heavy duty, it's definitely robust. The buttons are not too bad, a little mushy, but definitely passable for $100. You got your 3 different modes up here, which we'll get into a little bit more. Your 10-digit keypad with a check and a X. You also have a little emergency button here on the side, and 3M adhesive on the back, which is definitely nice to see. Roku branding, and that must be a little light, but we'll check that out too. So then we have the Roku hub, which is micro USB, which you know, for $100 I get it, but it could be Type C. And then we have a slimline patch cable here. So this thing is Ethernet, which is sweet. I'm not sure if it requires to be plugged in, hardwired into your router, but we'll figure that out. And then what do we got here? This is a little reset button right here. And then 2 little antennas. So this is probably for wireless connection to all of the devices and maybe Wi-Fi. And then up here is this nice little stylish mesh, which is pretty nice. And this thing, you know, it feels a little cheaper than the keypad, but I mean, once you plug this in, really what else are you doing with it? But this is a nice little fabric up here. So we'll take a look at that. Just a regular USB power. And then we have the entry sensor. So you have your little setup button here on the right hand side with the Roku logo. Adhesive back here so you can stick it on. And then this is to pull the tab for the battery. And then this is 3M adhesive here. And the other side of the magnet. So when these touch, actually the other side like this. There's a little bit of a magnet in there. It's actually not super strong though. I've used a lot of different types of like basic home security setups, and this magnet isn't super strong, but it probably doesn't need to be to get the job done. And then we have the motion sensor, which is also adhesive here and on the corners, which is nice. Little setup button here, and yeah, just some simple plastic on the front. Definitely flexes a good bit, so not super durable, but again, once you set it, you're kind of set and forget, and really, why do you need anything better quality than that, especially for $100? All right, let's get this all set up into the system, and I'll download the app and we'll go through all of it. All right, I'm back on my computer here, set up with webcam, and you should see on the screen my iPhone here, and we're gonna go ahead and set up the whole Roku smart home system here. So we're gonna press add a new device and home monitoring, there it is. And we have all 4 of these devices, but we're gonna go ahead and start with the monitoring hub because that makes sense. We're gonna press next. It's telling you to place it where you can hear it, plug it into power, make sure both antennas are raised, which they are. And then you can connect it to Wi-Fi or Ethernet. So that is awesome. So it gives you the option for both. Even SimpliSafe doesn't even give you the option for hardwired connections. So for $100, I mean, let's see if we can beat it. So put the hub into pairing mode. It wants me to press the pairing button on the back one time.
Ready to connect.
And we heard the ready to connect. So we're gonna press that and press next. And it's searching for the hub. And it's going into pairing right now, which was quick and connecting. So it does have to talk to the Roku cloud. It says right there at the bottom. For something like this, it probably is always going to want to talk to the internet. It is a home monitoring device, adding the hub, and it's now finishing the setup.
Connection is successful.
Awesome, connection is successful. So now let's go ahead and do the entry sensor. It's the next on the list here. So I got that right here. I'm going to pull the blue tab out of it. We're going to do the entry sensor. Yep, we know how this works. Pull the plastic tab.
Ready to connect.
And press the button. Press and hold the reset button. So we'll hold it until the light flashes. And it's flashing. Oh, did flash. Let's see. There it goes. So it flashes red at you a couple times. There we go, pairing successful. So we're gonna name this just 1, and it says it was open. That's wonderful. So next, and we're gonna skip the instructions for installing it because I'm not gonna install it right now. I'll do that off camera, but as you can see, whenever it is indicated, it does have the light, and it actually makes a noise on the hub too, which is sweet. I kind of like that. So let's gonna press next, next. Great. That's it for the entry sensor. Really rather painless. So let's go ahead and do the keypad next. So go ahead, press the keypad. Yep, we know how this works. So remove the mounting plate. So it just slides down like this. There we go, and there's the blue tab to pull for the power. And right at the top is the reset button. Next, press and hold the button. Oh, until it flashes. Where's the light on this thing? I think it's right here. Oh, this thing even makes noise, and it's flashing at me right up here at the top. Maybe it wants me to hold a little longer.
Pairing successful. Pairing successful.
Oh, this thing has a voice on it too. Wow. Okay. We'll just call this the front door keypad. Sure, done. And choose a location, do all the adhesive stuff. We know how that works. I'm gonna slide this back on here so I don't lose it. Wrong way. Boom. All right, let's do the next thing here, which is the motion sensor. So we're gonna click on that. Remove the plastic battery. I haven't even set it a pin yet. So let's hold this until we see the light, which is, I don't see the light on this one. I don't see the light coming on this one. I'm not sure where it's supposed to be. It almost seems like it should be right here on the side with the Roku logo. You can't really see it on the camera. I've also seen a lot of them inside the motion sensor itself.
Pairing timed out.
Okay, so I've tried pressing it a few times here. The pairing timed out again, or for the first time. So let's press try again. I'm gonna hold it. It's telling me that it's ready. Okay, I'm gonna slide the batteries off, or the battery cover off here. And you get 2 AAAs in there. Just gonna unseat them. Oh, I think I see the problem. So a part of the blue tabs got caught in there, preventing the battery. So not kind of my fault. Just drop.
Pairing successful.
There we go. I did not see the light on that at all. I'll have to go back and look at the video and see if it was on here, but I did not see the light on this thing at all. So we're just gonna call this living room sensor again. Choose a location, we'll just skip those instructions, and that's it. So let's press finish adding devices. And here we go. So you have everything showed up here in the app here. We can just click on these one at a time. So this says clear. I don't know if it's supposed to trigger because I mean I'm moving right in front of it. Let's go through all the settings though. So you have the name here at the top. You have the notification protocol. So when it detects and when it becomes clear, it can send you notifications. So either way, you also have low, mid, and high sensitivity settings. Rules. So you can actually, this is cool. You can create rules and do shortcuts for your the rest of your smart home products if they're all Roku. So like let's say, go check out this video that I did on the other Roku products. Let's say you have some Roku smart lights, so you could have this potentially trigger those Roku lights, which is cool. Let's go to device info. So this shows you all of the info about the product. The battery is normal, firmware version, signal strength, activation date even. So sweet, it really gives you everything you would need to know. And then Roku support right there at the bottom. We're not going to get into that. Let's move on to the next device here. So the front door keypad. Let's go to device info, and that's all it really shows us. It shows us that the battery is good, connected to the monitoring hub, signal strength, all of that jazz. Obviously you can change the name too. So let's go to the contact sensor. So this says it's closed, and let's open it up. Oh, there it goes. So one thing I'm realizing, I mean it's opened. It just gave me the notification, and it did take a moment for the app to update that. So let's close it again. Okay, gave me the notification. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, but I think you can live with that for $100. Let's go to, obviously you can rename it. Let's go to the notifications. So this is cool. Even if the contact sensor was left open or left closed, depending on how you want to manage your door or whatever it's attached to, it can send you a notification for that. That's sweet. Let's turn that on. And it does have a duration. That's what I was looking for. So you can even do it for like, if my door was left open for 10 hours, send me a notification. So that's really flexible. That is great. Let's go to the rules. So again, if you have other Roku smart home products or other things in your house that can tie into this, you can create a rule here to do that. Let's just look at that real quick. So shortcut, so if the door, let's say there wasn't any motion for like, let's say 2 hours, click on those cameras. Or let's say there was motion, can we do that? Let's see. So device trigger, add a trigger, living room sensor, detects motion for 1 minute. You can turn on a camera. We could say that. So you definitely have some flexibility in here, all built into the Roku app itself, which is awesome. You don't have to try to tie this into another system, which is great. So let's go back here, getting all these Discord notifications. Let's go to device info again, just shows you all of the basic rundown information and the Roku support tab. This is looking pretty robust for $100. I am pretty impressed so far. Let's go to the monitoring tab. So this is where you can actually tie in like professional home monitoring. So if you're looking for a police dispatch, if your home was getting broken into, instead of just getting a notification, you can actually have the police tie into it. So let's just try it. Okay, everything's installed. Everything's sensors and keypad. Okay, so apparently we haven't set up everything. No. Yeah, we're good. We know about the modes. So you have the home mode. If you're familiar with security systems, this is pretty basic. Home mode is your door contacts will be live, but your motion sensor won't be. Okay, so yeah. Oh, so you can actually select in home mode, unlike SimpliSafe or a lot of other systems I've used, you can actually have this go off in home mode. I don't know why you'd want that because it seems like it'd be pretty easy. And then away mode. it automatically selects both of them, and away mode should be both of these. So if you're gone from home, if you have motion sensors that triggers or a door contact, you should automatically be calling the police. So there we go. And then create a pin. So this is where we get to create the pin for this keypad. I'm just gonna, just because we're on here, just do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the entry delay, so this is when you're walking into your house, how long it should take before the security system actually calls the police. And this will be the amount of time it will take, or you should, sorry, this will be the amount of time that you will have to come and type in your code. And the same thing for the exit delay. So once you arm your system and you're about to walk out, you have X amount of seconds before everything actually gets going. So entry delay is 30 seconds. You can take it up to 180 seconds, so that's flexible time. And the same thing for the exit delay. So we'll just set both of these for 180 right now. Next. And then obviously we want to allow push notifications. And always receive critical alerts. Critical alerts are notifications that bypass, yes, that's a good idea to allow. If you're on an iPhone, we're going to allow that for right now. And almost done. Right when I want to purchase firmware update, which is not a bad thing. So let's just update the firmware, and I will be back once it is done. So I just wanted to make one note, is right on the box it says 50% off your first year of monitoring. So that is a plus. I don't know what the price is on monitoring yet. I'm hoping we get to this part here soon after this firmware update, and yeah, we'll see how much it is and see if it's really worth it. Again, $100 for all of this, it's looking pretty good. I mean, you don't get a lot of stuff. You get 2 contacts, 1 motion sensor, and a keypad. But we'll look at some pricing on additional things you can add on to this, and we'll see, you know, is it a good value? Well, we're done here. Let's go to monitoring tab. Okay, so front door keypad is offline. I wonder why it says that. It says check your email to learn about our professional monitoring service. So it says the monitoring hub is offline. I haven't done anything. I wonder if it's still updating. It just got done here. System is off. Refresh. Check my device. Yeah, it says it's offline. Okay. We're back here. It was just after the update. It was taking a moment to come back online. We're back online. It says my keypad is off still, but it's not. So let's X all that out. So right at the top here, you have off, home. So the system is arming to go on home. Ooh. Turn that off. That is obnoxious. Arming for home, in my opinion, shouldn't take the 180 seconds still, because you're staying at home, you're not walking out. So it's gonna ding 180 times, because it dings every second. That's a little annoying. So if that makes sense, right? When you're walking out, obviously you'd probably want those 180 seconds. 60 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever you set it up as. But when I'm at home, I don't want to hear that ding at me 180 times. It should just automatically go to home. Something that could probably be worked out in a software thing, but let's go away, okay? And it's probably going to do the same thing. Yeah, it's that obnoxious ding, which is good for when you're leaving, because like, oh, okay, I gotta go. But when I'm arming for home, I'm not leaving my house. It should just be automatic. I shouldn't have to hear this ding 180 times, but I'm gonna hold out for you guys. I'm gonna wait until I hear that ding 180 times over and over and over, and let's see what we got on the screen. Okay, so after 180 of those dings, and about 5 seconds in, it got even faster, so it was more like 2 to 3 dings a second. We're in home mode, which is awesome. So now, dare we try to trip it?
Entry delay started.
Okay, so we have 180 seconds. I want to hear what we, actually, you know what? Let's put this back together here. Let's turn the system off.
Enter disarm and press the check mark
So the nice thing is this thing will talk to you. So you're not just relying on listening for the cues from the monitoring hub, which is nice. So up here, we also have silent alarm not available. Professional monitoring is required. So it's not set up yet. We haven't gotten to that. But let's hold this down, which is the alarm button. All right, that's loud. It's not super loud though. It's good for a smaller space, right? I didn't catch. Let's see. Let's do it one more time. I don't know if this was also alarming. Okay, so this thing does not alarm. So the only thing making the alarm noise is the monitoring hub itself. I wish this thing would also make that ringing noise. That would be another just like siren to have. But it is awesome that this thing talks to you and tells you that it's disarmed. If you're arming it, it tells you if your code's entered right. That's sweet. Another thing that I found on here, if we go to account, well, let's look at this page real quick before I move on. So you have all of the monitoring events here. So you can look at and even a calendar timeline, and you can see what has gone on throughout your home. So if you have a bunch of these door contacts, you have them named properly. You know, you can see when the door was opened and closed. You can see when the alarm was triggered, when it was disarmed, all of that stuff, which is pretty sweet. And all of this here, you can actually export. Let's see how it exports. Export as a TXT file. Okay, and then you can send it to whoever you want or share it. Interesting. Let's go to the account tab. This is where you have your subscription here, and there's no active subscription, so you have to manage it on the web. So we'll check that out here at the very end. Probably do that on the computer. But what I did see was the smart integration. So you can tie this into Alexa and Google Assistant, which on the box is not advertised at all. So that is a nice little added benefit. So theoretically, I'm not gonna do this in the video, I'm sorry. I'll see if I can Google it and put it in the video right here, but you can theoretically tie this into your Alexa or your Google Home. So you could theoretically just do this all through the Alexa app and not have to deal with the Roku system. The Roku app isn't half bad though, okay? For all these random knockoff brands that make smart home products, this is probably one of the better ones. I worked with a lot of, like, for example, even TP-Link Casa, right? That's more of a bigger brand in the smart home industry, and their app is trash compared to this one. This thing works really well. And I also have personally in my home Aqara as my smart home or alarm system, which isn't monitored. They have no option to monitor it. In my opinion, this is a lot cleaner, and it's also less money. This is all of this is less money than what I paid for my Aqara system. So, and I got less. I only have 3 door contacts and the circle hub. I forget what it's called. But yeah, this is a good value for someone who just wants a simple, basic security system. I mean, for $100, if you don't need any more than 2 of these contacts, you're golden. Let's look at the sound settings real quick. So okay, so you do have a higher volume. So let's just hear that real quick since we're doing it. It's loud, but it's not much louder, okay? You can also disable the status lights right here, which is sweet. Yeah, I think everything else we've kind of gone over here, which is good. You can update your PIN, use for mode changes. Okay. Yeah, let's update the PIN. So the other thing that you're limited to is only 1 PIN number. So systems like Simply Safe, I just keep on going back to that one because probably its closest competitor, honestly, is Simply Safe. You do not, or Simply Safe, you can do multiple different PIN numbers. With this, you cannot. So that is a con to this. But again, for something basic, like a vacation home, you just want to know what's going on, something basic, or even if your main home, you don't want anything so sophisticated. I mean, this is it. Depending on the monitoring price, right? That's kind of the factor that if you need professional monitoring, how much is it? Because if it's more than Simply Safe, well, maybe you get a little bit of a better product with SimpliSafe, but honestly, it's kind of debatable. I mean, it is comparable, guys. It is very much comparable. So I'm gonna end this clip. We're gonna go over to the computer and we're gonna see how much this monitoring is. Okay guys, so I found some more details. I wanted to show off the pricing here real quick for the additional devices. And these are the only devices that they offer to tie into your security system. You only have motion sensors and entry sensors and keypads. So if you need more than that, let's say like smoke detectors or temperature detectors or water detection, this does not offer it yet, right? It might in the future, which is something you could hold out for, but you never want to bet on a company adding features or product lines to their existing products or services, right? So this is what you get. You can buy an additional 3-pack for $35, which is a good price. And then additional motion sensors for $15 and additional keypads for $25. So that's not bad. That's reasonably priced, and for the whole thing is $100, right? And here's the subscription pricing. So just to show you both, they have 2 different subscriptions for cameras and for monitoring. So let's say you have both cameras and the monitoring system, you're gonna be paying 2 different subscriptions. That's not bad, okay? That's not the worst. It's not the worst price. For $10 a month, it's about the same as Ring, if I'm not mistaken. And you get all of these features for $10 a month. Something I'm seeing here is you can have smoke and CO alarm detection with your cameras for $10 a month. That's interesting. Okay, and for the cloud recording, without the subscription on your cameras, it's only images, and you get clips for 14 days. Okay, so that is a difference here. And then the pro monitoring, right? So this is what you'd want if you wanted the alarm dispatch. So you do qualify for your home insurance discount. I know that's a big thing with a lot of my clients, is they need that certificate for their insurance company so they can get a discount. So you do get this. You do get the one-tap emergency dispatch. You get live agents, and there's no contracts. Okay, so you can do all of this for only $10 a month. And again, I mean, SimpliSafe even, and SimpliSafe is the cheap one, right? Let's pull this up here. I want to say they start at like 15. So $20. So they start at $20, and then the self-monitoring with camera recording is $10. So this is a good deal, guys. I hate to say it, but man, I wasn't super duper impressed with their other smart home products. I can't remember what my exact verdict was, but from what I remember, they were okay. For $100, guys, this is a good value. This is a decent product here. This is built well. It has a nice loud speaker. It's a stylish design. The monitoring hub, and these, I mean, everything seems pretty robust. And another thing I also like versus SimpliSafe, this is all just AAA batteries, right? So everything in here is just AAA. And one more thing I also forgot to add, battery-wise, this thing has a battery backup. Now, it doesn't have a cellular service backup that I'm aware of. I haven't seen that advertised anywhere. It hasn't said anything like that. So if you need a secondary way for the alarm system to get out of the network, or to send a signal to emergency services, this is not going to have it unless I find it otherwise. I'll look. But it does have a battery backup, and I unplug it.
Running on battery backup. Please restore power.
So running on battery backup, and you get a notification for it, which is sweet. Okay, one thing I found here, guys, I was reading through this Tom's Guide a little bit, but they're wrong. So it does have, or it says, however, the system doesn't work with Alexa or Google Assistant, which I'm gonna have to try it now. So I'll do that at the very end, and I'll show you if it does. And it lacks both cellular and battery backup, but they're wrong because it does have battery backup, unless they've changed that after this article was written. So they're wrong on that. I don't think it has cellular backup. I was trying to find it. Their website doesn't advertise it at all. The website also doesn't advertise the battery backup either. So it's hit or miss, but it does have battery backup. So let's see if I can tie it into Alexa. That's what I have. I don't have any Google Assistant. So I will be back. Let's see if we can tie it in. Alright guys, I found another flaw with this article. I here successfully have added the Roku security system to my Alexa. It says it can't right here. Right here. So why are they lying? Or they just did a really poor job on going through the system. Hey, that's why you come to me. You come to Total Tech Solutions YouTube channel instead of Tom's Guide. Screw them. I'm joking. Kinda. Let's just press next on this. Yeah, I mean, I have this all set up here. We can enter pins, Alexa specific voice code. I'm not sure what this is all about, but we're not really trying to tie it into Alexa. So I got one more thing I need to test before I can call this video done. So I'm gonna unplug my internet and let's see if it says anything about going to cellular backup. When I unplug power, it says it goes to battery. So let's see if I kill the internet at my house, if it goes to cellular backup. I doubt it. I doubt it. For $100, I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Let's do it. Okay, I've tested it. It does not have cellular backup from what I can see. I unplugged the Ethernet connection from it, made sure it wasn't connected to Wi-Fi, and it did nothing. The app actually kind of acted like it was still online for a moment, and then it showed me that everything was offline. So, final thoughts on the $100 Roku monitoring system. I mean, hey, if you're looking for something that simply ties into Amazon Alexa or Google Home, if you're looking for something that you don't need to secure a lot of things, like a small apartment, man, this is hard not to beat. I mean, why invest $300, $400, $500 into a Simply Safe system when this for $100 will get you what you need? And you know, as long as you're not really worried about cellular backup, it's hard to beat. It is hard to beat. I recommend it. I'm gonna recommend this to my clients for something simple. It works. It seems to work well. It's robust. I mean, the products are quality. This isn't just like cheap garbage. I actually kind of like this keypad more than a Simply Safe keypad. They have a nice little screen on it, but you don't need a screen. I'm just here to press a couple buttons, guys, and go home as long as it tells me what's going on, which it does. Why need anything more, you know? I am pretty impressed with this for $100. I almost want to keep it for myself, but it's going back to the store because I don't need it. But yeah, I mean, again, for $100, it works well. I'd recommend it. A few negatives, which I've gone over in this video, I won't reiterate. Yeah, I like it, guys. I like it. Yeah, grab yourself one at Walmart if you need it. I think you can also go to their website and buy them directly from them, is what I was seeing. Yeah, so you can add it to cart, so you can buy it right online too. So you go to Walmart, you go to their website, and you're good to go, guys. So hey, thanks for watching this video. If you find any value in this video at all, in these long form overviews of these products, please drop a thumbs up and a subscribe. It keeps me motivated to keep on making these videos for you. And I just like the appreciation from you guys. So thank you so much. Have a good one.